Just 2 years ago, many people believed Intel had already lost the AI race. NVIDIA was dominating headlines. Its AI chips were powering data centers around the world, and investors kept asking the same question: is Intel finished? But then, Intel made a move almost nobody expected. Not another flashy product launch, not another marketing event. Instead, the company quietly committed €5 billion to expand one of the most important semiconductor sites in Europe. A decision that could shape how future AI processors are built. Because in the AI industry, winning isn't just about designing the fastest chip. It's also about manufacturing, capacity, and supply. So why is Intel suddenly spending billions while NVIDIA continues to dominate AI? Is this the beginning of Intel's comeback, or simply one last attempt to stay relevant in the biggest technology race of this generation? Let's find out. For decades, Intel wasn't just another technology company. It was the company behind modern computing. Its processors powered millions of personal computers, business servers, and enterprise systems around the world. If you bought a computer in the early 2000s, there was a good chance an Intel processor was inside. The famous phrase, "Intel inside," became one of the most recognizable technology campaigns in history. But technology changes fast. While Intel continued focusing on traditional CPUs, another company quietly found its moment: NVIDIA. Originally known for graphics cards, NVIDIA discovered something unexpected. Its GPUs were incredibly powerful, not just for gaming, but for artificial intelligence. As AI models became larger, companies needed enormous computing power, and NVIDIA happened to have exactly what they needed. Suddenly, the AI boom wasn't being driven by CPUs anymore. It was being driven by GPUs. That shift changed everything. When ChatGPT and other generative AI systems exploded in popularity, the entire technology industry rushed to build larger AI models. Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Google, and many others began ordering thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of AI chips. Most of those orders went to NVIDIA. Its hardware became the foundation for training advanced AI systems. Demand grew so quickly that customers often had to wait months to receive new GPUs. Meanwhile, Intel was still trying to redefine its position in the AI market. The company continued improving its Xeon processors, developing AI accelerators, and investing heavily in manufacturing. But investors kept comparing Intel to NVIDIA's extraordinary growth. And every quarter, that comparison became more difficult. Many analysts began asking whether Intel could ever catch up. Then came July 2026. Intel announced a major investment of approximately €5 billion to expand its manufacturing operations at its long-established campus in Leixlip, Ireland. This wasn't simply another office expansion. It was an investment in advanced semiconductor manufacturing, research, and future production capacity. According to Intel, the expansion supports the company's long-term manufacturing strategy and strengthens its role in supplying processors for the growing AI and data center market. In other words, Intel isn't betting only on designing better chips. It's also betting that controlling more manufacturing capacity will become a major competitive advantage during the next decade. At first glance, Ireland might seem like an unusual place for one of the world's biggest semiconductor investments. But Intel has been operating there for decades. The Leixlip campus is already one of Intel's largest manufacturing facilities outside the United States. It employs thousands of people and plays an important role in producing advanced semiconductor technologies. Expanding an existing site is often faster, more efficient, and less risky than building an entirely new facility somewhere else. For Intel, this isn't just about Ireland. It's about preparing for the next phase of the global AI infrastructure race. Because as artificial intelligence continues to grow, the companies capable of producing advanced chips at massive scale may ultimately have the biggest advantage. And that's exactly where our story continues. Intel knew it couldn't beat NVIDIA by simply copying its strategy. NVIDIA had spent years building not only powerful GPUs, but an entire AI ecosystem. Its CUDA software platform had become the standard for AI developers, making it extremely difficult for competitors to convince customers to switch. Intel understood that winning the future of AI would require a different approach. Instead of focusing on one product, the company began rebuilding its entire portfolio. New generations of Xeon processors were designed to work more efficiently alongside AI accelerators. Intel also invested heavily in Gaudi AI accelerators, advanced networking technologies, and software tools aimed at enterprise customers. At the same time, the company continued expanding Intel Foundry, a business that manufactures chips for other companies. This strategy was very different from NVIDIA's. While NVIDIA primarily designs chips and relies on TSMC for manufacturing, Intel wants to design its own processors while also becoming one of the world's leading semiconductor manufacturers. If that strategy succeeds, Intel could eventually compete in multiple parts of the AI supply chain instead of only selling CPUs. But the challenge remains enormous. NVIDIA still dominates AI training, controls a massive software ecosystem, and continues releasing increasingly powerful AI chips. Companies like Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Google, and OpenAI have invested billions of dollars into NVIDIA hardware. That lead cannot disappear overnight. Intel's €5 billion investment doesn't suddenly make it the leader of artificial intelligence. Instead, it shows that Intel is preparing for a much longer battle. Manufacturing advanced chips takes years, not months. Every new factory, every production line, and every process improvement is part of a strategy designed for the next decade, rather than the next quarter. This is why many analysts believe the real AI race has only just begun. The future won't be decided by a single GPU launch or one quarterly earnings report. It will be decided by who can consistently design better chips, manufacture them at scale, secure reliable supply chains, and build software that developers actually want to use. Intel is betting billions that it can become one of those winners. NVIDIA is betting that its current lead is large enough to stay ahead. AMD is fighting for a bigger share of the AI market, while companies like TSMC continue supplying the world's most advanced semiconductor manufacturing. Every major technology company is investing billions because they all understand one thing. Whoever controls the hardware behind artificial intelligence could shape the future of computing for decades. So, can Intel finally beat NVIDIA? The honest answer is nobody knows yet. Today, NVIDIA remains the clear leader in AI hardware. Its technology, software ecosystem, and market position are still unmatched. But history has shown that technology leadership can change much faster than people expect. Intel once dominated personal computing for decades. NVIDIA transformed itself from a gaming graphics company into the world's most valuable AI chip giant. The next chapter of this story has not been written yet. Intel's €5 billion investment isn't proof that it has already won. It's proof that the company refuses to give up. And in the world of technology, sometimes the biggest comeback stories begin long before anyone notices them. If you enjoyed this documentary and want more deep dives into NVIDIA, Intel, AMD, TSMC, OpenAI, and the future of artificial intelligence, make sure to subscribe, because the AI chip war is only getting started, and we'll be here to explain every major battle.